Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So, this is a video I've been wanting to make for a long time. It's obviously my Porsche collection. Um, yeah, I'm sweating after digging all this out. So yeah, I just want to go through it all. I think you've seen it all before, but to make it in one video makes it rather cool for me. And yeah, I guess I should start by saying, really, this video's in sponsorship with RC Icons. Massive thank you to Keith. The 4 anniversary kits came from Keith, RC Icons, which is just incredible. But obviously, we've got some of my own stuff as well to show you. A couple of built cars down there. So yeah, let's not try and make this video too long, but yeah, let's get through this lot. Right, my friends, there really is only one place to start, isn't there, with the kits I've got, and that's obviously the Porsche 959. All original, never been reread, and box. And absolutely mint manual. How cool is that? What a thing. So if you don't know, this is kit number 58059, and it was released in 1986. Couple of versions due to tobacco laws in certain countries. Obviously this is a Rothmans version, but there's one that's a racing version, and it's just a Rothmans, it's changed to racing. Possibly a little bit more sought after now, actually, than they were sort of originally. Couple of changes on the box as well, but anyway, this is the very first one, again all original. I actually painted this up. This was it's absolutely mint. The chassis is like brand new. Body has got a few bumps on it and the decals are lifting, but it is what it is. It's a stunning example, and it's a stunning complete example, which is important. Yeah, so the body hadn't been painted, it was transparent, so yeah, that was an absolute nightmare. If you're interested in that, just look back on the channel, type in Porsche 959. There's even a video of it running, a very tame run, but yeah, we got it running with a Technical motor, and that was squeaky bum time. Look at that, what a thing. I'm not even going to attempt to take the body off. Those of you who know this car will know how this body fits on, and it's the front end's completely wrapped around another bumper. It's a terrible design. And there's, I was going to say LED lights in it, but they're not LED, they're filament, because it's obviously that old. So those wires get caught, and it's just a nightmare. I've messed around enough with this car. Now it just has a very easy life, just looking splendid in the display. But yeah, an absolute fantastic example of one of Tamiya's all-time legends. And then next up, we have a very special one in my collection. Not a rare car at all, but the way it's been done is just absolutely gorgeous, and so many others have copied it, like as I did. So if you don't know, this was a Porsche 911. Was it the GT? It was called the Street because it was a street version. The box art was just a car, a road car, all white. A blank canvas, as I like to call them. The Tamiya event since did the Escort Cosy street version as well, which is just awesome because you can just allows you to put your own livery on them. So this was on part number 47443, and this car came out in 2020. Now, a massive shout out to Bell. He was the first person to do this livery. Now, it's not a standard, it's just not a Rothmans livery. It's a 959 tribute livery, which makes it super special. And I've said it many times, as soon as he posted pictures of his car up, I was like, that is just off the chart. It's just one of the best looking cars I've ever seen. And I had to copy it, so I did, and since then others have copied him as well, which is awesome. Genuinely, this is one of my favourite cars in the collection. Now, yeah, on the next kit we'll talk about Rothmans more because I need your help on something. But yeah, these kits are still about, and the cheapest chips. It's, you know, if you got some spare cash, go buy one and do your own livery. So many different liveries have been done with this particular variant of this car, and it's just such a pleasure to watch and see people thinking out the box, you know. Anyway, as I said, one of my all-time favourites in the collection. Now, here's another special one, and I've had this kit over 2 years and still not built it, and I'll go into the reason why in a second. But this is obviously, as you can read, the Porsche 911 GT2 Racing. So it's another plain car. Now, it's funny. The box art, that looks completely silver to me. But the box art's actually white. It's really strange. But I guess if you do it silver, it looks equally as good. So this came out on 84399 in 2015. And I believe about a year or maybe 2 years later, they did another run of them. It's supposed to be a limited release. But they are out there to buy, but obviously just not in big quantities. And unfortunately, people ask silly money for them now. It's the basic T802 SW short wheelbase, and this is a bathtub chassis. Now, well, let's have a look. First of all, again, massive shout out to Keith, RC Icons. Recently, he's just sent me the Tamiya T802 carbon chassis conversion set for it. That is absolutely awesome, because this one is going to be special. I was going to use this on one of the anniversary kits, but no, the anniversary kits need to be built as they are, in my opinion. So we've got that. We've also got TRF shocks for it. That's so cool. And yeah, while I was ordering from Jazz Rider, I just bought an extra alloy prop shaft and cups for it, because I think, as you can imagine, once all the carbon's on with those beautiful shocks and then that prop shaft and cups, that's going to look off the chart. Right, I'll just quickly put a picture up of the car, because I want your help on trying to come up with a livery for this thing. I'm so struggling. I don't want to do it box art plain, even though it would look gorgeous. If I was going to do that, I would do it black, because I've seen them done in black and they look off the chart. But obviously, I've got the 50th anniversary kit, which is the black edition Porsche. So it has to be different from the rest. So obviously, we've got the green Valiant, we've got the orange Jagermeister, we've got the black, and we've got the 45th, which is the white Valiant. So it can't be any of those. Now, I really, really, really want to do a Rothmans again. But obviously, I've got the original 959, then I've got the GT. And then, I don't know, but this would, if you can picture it, and it would be a 959 tribute again. It wouldn't just be a Rothmans. I would use the 959 decals, because I just think it looks awesome. And I would paint the wheels yellow, or spray them. With massive wide backs and the deep dish. And I've also, Keith sent me some MST, I think it is, wheels as well, highly detailed, so they could go on it as well. But yeah, if you've got an idea for a livery, stick it in the comments. The only thing that puts me off, I wouldn't paint the Rothmans, I would use decals. And the way Bell did it on the last car, he really worked out, and the car was quite forgiving. This one isn't, because you start at the headlight and then your two stripes come up here. Now, the problem is, to get around these super wide arches it's going to come quite high. Now, you need a cut-off line at the top of the decal to get some white on this bit. And obviously, it's blue, stripes, white. But I've sort of had a look at it, and I do feel the decals are going to come up too high. And that's going to spoil it for me, because there must be a run of white paint under here. So, yeah, that's what's putting me off. Unfortunately, but yeah, I'm open to any suggestions you have. I'm not a massive fan of the black Tizen one, if I'm honest. A lot of people saying Apple, because obviously there's tons of these cars that race around, so there's tons of liveries. But yeah, if you can come up with something that's going to float my boat, I'll 100% go for it. But yeah, stick that in the comments. And next up, we have the 50th anniversary kit. Now, this is not an anniversary kit like the others are, like the 30th, 40th and 45th, because that was an anniversary of Porsche, wasn't it? This is a 50th anniversary. Now, I'm going to butcher this, so read it yourself. It's commemorating a show, and that's why we did the black edition. And cool fun fact, the Japanese version of this kit came with a black and white hold all, which is kind of cool. But all the other countries didn't get that. So, yeah, what you've got, obviously all the Porsches are in 934. black edition. Now, this comes with 2 sets of decals, basic car ones, but they've also done the gold ones to replicate the very first 112 car that Tamiya did. I don't know what that. I think the number's 58001, because the first one was the green one, but they did a very limited batch of black edition ones. You'll have seen it on Keith. Keith's got an original. In fact, I think he's got 2. I think he's got one for one on display, and he's got a brand new in box one. Super rare. Very low quantities of that kit was ever made, and they were given to people. It wasn't something you could buy. So if you sat on that 112 scale kit, it's special. Hang on to it. So obviously this is 1/10. Yeah, just really cool. You've obviously read it. LED, so it's got light buckets and things. But yeah, this is going to be the first one I actually build 100%. And obviously jet black, and it's going to have the big gold decals, that big circle of gold with a number on. It's just going to be so cool. I do need to buy some cockpits, all 4 anniversary kits. Sorry, no, they're all going to have cockpits in. 959's got one. My racing one is going to have one. Oh yeah, it's all going to have cockpits in, single seater. I think I've got 2 here. So yeah, I'm not sort of waiting around for them. But yeah, 100%, this is going to be the first one I build. And moving on to the 45th anniversary kit. Now, everyone will probably know this one because this has just been it's a very new kit. So the 45th is on part number 47477, and this was released in 2021. It got a little bit of hate, this one. Not too sure why. People just say Tamiya are milking the anniversary kits. I don't know. It's a genuine race car from back in the day. Yeah, I think it's pretty unique. Very cool packaging, very cool box. Again, as I say, all the Porsches are the 934 coupes, 96. This is celebrating the 45th year of that. Again, same chassis, TAO2 SW chassis, full FRP chassis. In fact, let's just whiz the lid off. Really nice presentation with this kit. There's a lot of glare there, I apologise. That's a bit better. But yeah, as you can see, it's got my microphone lead. FRP parts, look at that metal motor mount, alloy motor mount. Shafts, yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. And the wheels. It's, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people collect these for new in box, some people don't. Some people build them, some people run them. I don't know. It's whatever floats your boat, isn't it? For me, I would never run it, but I'll 100% build it. But I enjoy looking at new in box as well, so I'm in no rush to build it, if that makes sense. But yeah, very cool kit. And next up is a genuine, I was going to say genuine anniversary kit. It's not that the 50th isn't, it's just celebrating something different. Anyway, I guess you all recognise this as this is a 40 years of Tamiya RC cars. Porsche Turbo RSR Type 3934, and it's the Jagermeister, bright orange. Again, same chassis. This one also, as the black one, has a full LED kit, which light buckets. Which I should have said, the 45th, the one before, doesn't come with light buckets, which is a bit of a cop-out because the light buckets make a hell of a difference in detailing, as you know. It's kind of like they did the black and this Jagermeister FRP chassis and all that, but the presentation wasn't there. It's just a normal kind of box and everything's thrown in. Whereas the 45th, they kind of did the presentation of the box, but kind of skipped with the LEDs out, the light buckets, which is unfortunate. But you can get them, and I think we'll all have to have light buckets in as well when I build them. But yeah, so sorry, 40th, part number 84431, and this actually came out in 2016. So yeah, it's got starting to age a little bit. Still got the factory seal on it. Not going to take that off, no reason. There's no point me showing you inside these boxes because they're all thrown together. But yeah, very cool thing. Right then, one left to show you, and you know what it is, don't you? And there she is. What a thing. So this, some say, well, first of all, for the anniversary kits that Tamiya have done so far, this is the holy grail of those kits. They really did this one properly. Yeah, very, very special, as you'll see. part number 49400, and it was actually in 2006. So it's older than I imagined it to be. Now, kind of a cool box, but it's the presentation again. This is the 45th one copied the presentation, but the bits in this one are quality. If you don't know, and I'll take the lid off in a second, this car is full carbon, TRF bits everywhere. Again, it's on the TA02 SW chassis, and basically you've got the, if you know your Tamiya chassis, one of the best looking chassis they've ever done, in my opinion, is the T805 MS edition. It is just, well, it's gorgeous. Sorry, I'm just looking around the box, so if the microphone goes quiet, I do apologise. It's one of the pretty chassis. This is basically that chassis, but with the wheelbase taken in slightly to put the 911 Porsche on. Just so cool. Right, so just before I get into this, just a little bit of confusion, I think, what I've just said earlier. So the other 3 anniversary kits are FRP chassis in the kits, and it's a T802 SW. This is a T805. I don't know if you call it SW. You probably do. It's a chassis you can't buy. I think I'm correct in saying that. This is kind of a bit of a one-off just for this kit, which makes it even more special. But the closest I think you can get to it, am I talking complete rubbish? Because T805 is belt driven. T805 MS is belt driven. I'm talking absolute horse poo. Okay, so I'm actually not too sure what the code is for this chassis, but it's definitely a one-off. So as you can, as you can see, there's a beautiful 30th anniversary certificate with it, and when you open that up, it's just giving you all the bump. Very, very cool to have. Now again, I'm not even going to take this out, but I don't know, if I lift the camera up, you might be able to see it through the body. All the carbon bits are, there's too much glare, isn't there? All the carbon bits are beneath that, and then you've got all the TRF. Look at that. That is just ridiculous. I'll just put a quick picture up of what the chassis looks like when it's built. Look at that, my friends. That's rather special, isn't it? Yeah, love it. Gotta be honest, this one probably will be the last one I build, just because it's so special. But with that said, it's 100% getting built. It'll never run while I have it, never. But yeah, looking forward to it. The chassis build is going to be, it's basically it is a TRF build, you know, super tight tolerances everywhere, and when it's finished, it's just a sea of blue and sea of carbon. You don't get much better than that, my friends. And finally, I've got them on display at last. This is what I wanted from the beginning. I had different kits there, if you remember. But yeah, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I'll take the camera down in a sec, but the guidebooks have had to go on the floor, so I need a new home for them. But yeah, that is awesome. So I've got some floor space again at last. This room's been a mess recently. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted. And then obviously we'll build them one by one and start ticking them off. But I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have them all together. Sorry, guidebooks, you'll have to live there for a bit. They were up here underneath there, and it looked really cool. And yeah, I've also just found a new home because I've saved a bit of space for my ultimate TRF build that's coming to the channel soon. That's going to be off the chart. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you that. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, it's my hobby room. Lovely. Love it. Oh, don't even know I'm showing you. It's got nothing to do with Porsches, has it? But yeah, this is my sort of restoration shelf. 201 at top for that ultimate build. Chaos Show Turbo Ultima. original Thunder shot, and a Blackfoot and a King Cab to do, and then junk everywhere else. Oh, it's not Tamiya, but look at that one. That is Tamiya. Look at that one. I need to finish that. Anyway, I'm getting giddy. So I hope you agree. Rather cool. Now the one thing that's going to be absolutely off the chart and spectacular for this, once it's all done, which is a long, long time away, I'm going to have one IKEA Detolf cabinet just with 7 Porsches in, which is going to be off the chart. Yeah, that's going to be very special for me. I know Keith's absolutely dying to see that finish. Again, it's going to be a long while. 7 cars, 2 built, all the rest to build. Yeah, but eventually, I was going to say in the near future, but in the future, I'll get a cabinet and it'll just be Porsches. And for me, that's seriously going to be off the chart. That's going to be incredible. Anyway, sweating. I've got to put all this away again. So, my friends, thanks so much for watching. As you know, it is massively appreciated. And yeah, if it's the first video you've come across, give us a like, say hello, subscribe, turn notifications on. That'd be awesome. Whew. And as always, my friends, happy RCing.